Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm seriously so excited to be filming right now. It's been way too long since I have filmed anything. I can't even believe it. Today I am talking about your YouTube channel. If you want to start one, if you've already started one, I've got tips from things that I've learned from having a YouTube channel. And whether you're a writer or you're anybody, a beauty person, I think these tips can apply to anybody. So let's jump in. First category is filming. So these tips apply when you're trying to film your video. Tip number one is to look at the viewfinder. I'm sorry, I said that backwards. Look at the lens, not the viewfinder. Mine is above my camera, some are to the left or the right. You can always tell in YouTube videos when people are looking at their viewfinder. Don't do it. This is really hard to learn, but you have to ignore the viewfinder while you're filming. You want to talk to your audience, not make them think that you're talking to yourself in a mirror or something. Some fold their viewfinder away while filming to avoid this issue, but most like to keep it up, like me, to make sure that they're in frame and that they're in focus. Because there's nothing worse than getting to the editing phase of your video and realizing that you gotta trash it. Tip number two has to do with lighting. Natural lighting is best and it's amazing, but not if you have clouds, like I do all the time in Florida. While filming, I wouldn't notice any issues, but while editing, a lot of my older videos look like they're flashing. And filming in early morning is great in Florida, since afternoons bring a lot of rain and clouds and stuff. But since I couldn't film in the mornings due to my work schedule, I had to invest in some lighting equipment, which I'm currently surrounded by. There's a million and one types of lighting equipment, and there's plenty of videos online about that, so I'm not gonna go into it, but the important thing is to make sure your lighting is consistent. I use natural lighting and my equipment to even out those light variances from the clouds. Number three, speak up, get loud. You know how they used to say that the camera adds 10 pounds to you? Well, it actually robs your energy. It doesn't add 10 pounds. You may feel like you're excited when you're talking about something, and then you review the footage later and you find out that it sounds like you're actually about to fall asleep. My normal person-to-person speaking voice doesn't sound like this. I increase my volume and I try to be more animated when I'm on camera, so pump yourself up and don't record if your energy isn't there, unless you're sick and you disclose that or something. Otherwise, people are just gonna hit the snooze button when they're watching you. You want to make them excited to learn about your topic, and some people say that I talk too fast when I do my videos, but I like to be fast-paced. It's just more energetic. Tip number four, try to avoid jump cuts as much as you can. This starts during the filming process. So before I scripted my videos, I had a million jump cuts, and even after I started scripting, it took me some time to figure out how to say more than a few words at a time. I said that weird. Jump cuts are a visual twitch that a lot of people hate. Trust me, they've told me. I've gotten better at this, but I try to say more than one sentence or two between jump cuts while filming, and do that even if you have to do several takes of the same thing. I can't tell you how many times I have to do multiple takes just in this video. And I've been doing this for years. Number five, get to the point. Don't ramble at the beginning of your video. Say a quick little intro and try to jump into your content, especially if you're making a list. People like to jump into the list pretty quickly, so keep your intro brief and don't ramble. It's also best if you don't draw out what you're trying to say. Try to say it as quick as you can. Or I guess normal, not as quick as you can, but like, normal speaking. Don't draw it out. I like to tell people why doing X is important before I jump into the list on X, but try not to delay your audience for too long because they don't like it. And audience retention helps with your YouTube ranking and all that algorithm mumbo jumbo. All right, the next category is editing. So this is all in post. Once you've filmed your video, now it's time to edit it. However you are going to do that. Tip number one, get rid of the background noise. No matter what program you're using to edit your videos, there's likely a way to reduce background noise in most every program. You want the spaces between your words to be quiet, so the focus is on you and your voice. But don't get crazy. Some softwares distort your voice a lot more, the more background noise you try to reduce. So try to film in as much of a quiet environment as you can, unless it's noise that you intentionally want in your video, like a river running in the background or something. Number 2, if you use music, make sure that it's quiet. Every YouTuber has made this mistake at some point, I swear. I have some videos that while editing and while playing it on my computer, the music wasn't that loud, but YouTube normalizes the volume across all its videos to avoid some being too loud and others being really quiet. I don't know how they do this, since it somehow focuses on music. And not my voice, but some of my videos have music blaring in the background, and I swear it didn't sound like that when I was editing. If I use music now, I try to make it pretty much only audible when I'm not speaking, so pretty quiet. Number 3, don't get crazy adjusting your video's lighting and color. Some color issues can be fixed in post. You can reduce shadows, you can brighten your whites, you can change your white balance and adjust it a little bit, but don't get crazy. Trust me, it's easy to get carried away. If you can, adjust your white balance on your camera while you're filming, because editing it in post never looks as good or as natural as it does if it's already a setting on your camera. All right, the next topic is general topics. This is all kind of grouped together, things that didn't really have a topic. Number 1, batch your videos if you can. Let me take a second to talk about what that means, because I realize that a lot of people might not have heard of that. Batching is just trying, instead of filming 1 video at a time, film 4 videos at a time. Setting up your equipment and making yourself camera ready and getting all of your stuff laid out takes time. If you can knock out 3 videos while everything is already set up, then you're saving yourself time later, so you don't have to tear it down and put it back up. Change outfits between your videos so you're not wearing the same thing for 3 weeks in a row worth of videos, but try to do it at the same time. It'll make you a little more productive. Number 2, add in your personality. My early videos had outtakes and it made me more relatable. It wasn't perfect, so don't be afraid to throw in your corny jokes or your genuine reactions to things. Make the audience feel like you're talking to them as a friend and not just like a general dry video. Number 3, and this is kind of not a tip, it sort of is, you cannot please everyone, so don't try. Someone won't like your content, someone won't like your hair or your voice. I got a lot of voice comments, a lot of voice trolls. The more exposure you get on your channel and online, the more the trolls will notice you. It's life. Don't let it get to you, and keep doing you. Number 4, take some risks. Some of my most popular videos can be considered controversial. People end up debating what I said and why it doesn't work or whatever. They're often polarizing videos, but YouTube likes those videos. A lot of people like those videos. They're ones that people click on. Don't be afraid to put some of your opinions out there, but, you know, don't get crazy. That should just be an overarching tip. Don't get crazy. Number 5, sort of similarly, play nice. If you're giving advice, don't say, if you do this, you're stupid, or only amateurs do XYZ. Don't alienate anyone by calling them out for something. Say your piece and your little chunk of advice and why you think it's true, and leave the viewer out of it. Make it more relatable by telling them you've made the same mistakes and that they're common mistakes that everyone does. Don't berate the people you want to come back and watch more videos on your channel. Number 6, title your videos carefully. If you were to Google in search of a video like the one that you're filming, what keywords would you use? If you're giving writing tips, try to include words like write or novel or book in your title, because those are common keywords that people search for. Number 7, be consistent, and this is my biggest issue, my biggest problem. Post every week, as you all know. Post every week on the same day or every 3 days or make a schedule. And then tell people about it and then stick to it. Just make it something that people can rely on. If you need to take a hiatus, tell people so they know. I hardly ever do this because I'm always in denial that I need to take a hiatus. Building a loyal audience means being loyal to them as well. And my last tip is a sort of bonus tip that I kind of thought of as I was sitting here filming this, and that is don't wear striped clothing. Let me go get a piece. I don't think I have very many striped items of clothing, but let me try to find one really quick to show you what I'm talking about. Dodge all the equipment. Oh. Okay, so I think it's picking this up. Don't judge me, this is a wrinkly shirt, but you see that little eye trick, mesmerizing, I'm hypnotizing you thing? It's distracting. Don't wear clothes like this. And I'm talking about fine striping detail. You can wear like big chunky stripes. Don't wear little bitty stripes. So I was holding this to my microphone. Hopefully that didn't distort my audio. All right, that's all I have for today's video. I am so glad I'm back. It feels great to actually film a video, and I don't know, I've felt like a total YouTube slob lately, but I'm on it all the time. I'm watching people's videos all the time. All right, I hope this was really helpful. If you have a YouTube channel, if you're about to make one, it takes a lot of courage to start making videos, so just do it. That's my best piece of advice for people jumping into it. Just start. You don't have to post the first videos that you make. And my first ones are terrible. I have hidden some even earlier ones because they were really bad. But everybody has to start from somewhere. All right, subscribe to my channel if you're interested in more writing related content. Actually, this wasn't writing related at all. It was YouTube related, which is not my niche. So if you want writing related stuff, subscribe. Give this video a thumbs up because it supports my channel, and purchase links for my debut novel, The Elysian Prophecy, are down below, so go check that out. I also have a writing podcast now. I have, I think, 7 episodes as I'm filming this, so go check that out. It's called the Happy Writing Podcast. I'll leave a link down below. And then I have a sign-up link to my newsletter. I have some courses that are coming up that are writer specific, so if you're interested in something like that, go ahead and sign up down below. I will be releasing some information on that soon. All right, see you guys next week. Bye.